Had a great job. Duck call making was never on my radar. I was modifying calls for people, and like I'd pull up to the camp and I'd tune a whole camp's worth of calls. Everywhere I went, people were like, why don't you make your own call? I was like, well, maybe one day. Finally, somebody approached me with the resources I needed to do it. I never knew that I could do this for a living. Never would have dreamed it. It just started growing and we hadn't looked back. It was Singleton series duck calls for a while, and we dropped series and we're Singleton Game Calls today, still rolling. It's a sportsman's paradise where I'm at. We're the Pine Hills of central Louisiana, so I'm dead center between two really good flyways. Hour either way. But as a young man with no driver's license, my endeavors were limited to where and when someone would take me. My grandfather and my dad didn't know what duck hunting was. What I saw duck hunting as was on the Outdoor Channel. I heard these guys blowing duck calls. I could see them in rice fields or in the timber and all this stuff, and I didn't have that. Like, we didn't see mallards. So my grandfather got a P-row, and this P-row, a fiberglass P-row, it was a death trap at best and a bad decision at a minimum. And man, there was this much of it sticking out of the water with both of us in it. But he would paddle me down the creek close to my house. We'd jump shoot wood ducks. And that's what duck hunting was for me for a long time. My grandfather, he didn't go hunting without calling. He loved to call. And I think I got a lot of that from him. And I know my obsession with calling animals came from him. The very first time I ever blew a duck call, I could blow one. Everybody in the room, eyes kind of got big, like, holy cow, that sounded good. Validating that when I was a kid, like these grown-ups looking at me like, wow, that's good, sparked an interest at becoming better. Everywhere I went, a duck call went with me. Every cassette, every VHS, everything I could get my 8 to 16-year-old hands on it. Literally everything I could digest. You're watching these guys duck hunting and blowing duck calls. All I knew is that I wanted to experience that. And when I did get to experience it, I wanted to be ready for it. We got an invite to go with a friend of my dad, and he didn't care to go duck hunting, so he took me. So we went duck hunting. I had a bunch of duck calls at this time, but the duck calls I could buy were $9.99, $14.99. Like a $20 duck call to me was expensive. And we're hunting with those guys, and those guys are contractors, they're professionals, they have good jobs. The duck calls they're blowing are complete, like the sound. I've been blowing duck calls a lot, and I've been trying to learn and listen to videos. These guys are blowing duck calls that are nothing like the duck calls I'm blowing, and I can't figure that out. When I started taking my calls apart, I had a handful of calls, and I started looking at them, and they're all different. Like, they all look different. Like, all the guts look different. Some are in pieces, some are one piece with a cork. Some have 2 reeds, some had 3 reeds, some had 1 reed. I just started taking reeds out of one call, putting them in another call, trying it, and that would change the sound. And I started mixing and matching all this stuff, trying to figure out to create the magic flute, right? It's an addicting thing, and got me into this career, ultimately. It is a huge leap of faith to leave a concrete, certain thing to go to work for yourself. When I got married, my grandfather worked at a gas plant, and he got me a job. He was an A operator, I was a B operator at that plant. Worked my way up through that from a project management standpoint all the way up to a VP of operations. I had a great salary, I was being paid, but I would take a chunk of that and I would build duck calls, and I would sell calls off of Instagram. Like, literally, I'd post them, comment, you get one. They would sell out in minutes, literally, and I would take that money, and I remember we kept growing it, kept growing it. Like every time I'd get a bonus at work, I would take every penny of that and order duck calls. It just kept growing and kept getting faster and faster, and the demand was crazy. If I didn't have calls to sell, I had just messages galore, and I knew that there was a crossroads looming. Do I stay doing what I'm doing, or do I do this full time? Don't think your dreams are too big. Like if you have a dream and you want to do it, chase it. So we chased it, we figured it out. If you work hard and get with it, I do think you can literally accomplish any dream you have. Tough one to talk about. He was very proud. He knew what my dreams were. Like there was no secrets between us, and he wasn't in great physical health when I was building my shop, but he came over there and helped all he could, and he'd roll up over there and make a pot of coffee and go sit on the porch. He'd ride over and see me most days so he could come sit and listen to me blow duck calls. He is the majority of my story. Like, I mean, my grandfather is, if I could be anything, I would be him, to be able to take skills he gave me. I'm telling you, in every aspect of life, in my natural gas experiences, he gave me that opportunity. In hunting, he gave me that opportunity. I mean, he was the best man I've ever known. And my dad's incredible. Like, my dad is a man among any man. But my grandfather, there can't be enough said about him. I wanted to build a duck call for me. I'm to the mindset of a call doesn't have to sound just like a duck. It needs to be loud and make ducks react. So much of what I do is influenced by my grandfather, one of his favorite actors. I remember growing up watching hours upon hours of John Wayne movies. So my thought is, I built this badass call. What am I going to name it after? And it came to me. We called it the Duke. That's the Duke, man. It's a big, bad to the bone duck call. My baby.